With this session update, I'm Shannon Lurkey. This week, legislative committees are holding hearings to review the various budget proposals. A number of testifiers offered their views to members of the Senate E-12 Education Committee about the Senate's education spending plan. Here are some highlights.
Our mission from the beginning has been simple and clear with this committee. And I think the committee process has worked fairly well. We've had our moments, but we have managed to get through some difficult times fairly effectively and professionally, the way it would be expected. Our mission has been kids first, second, third, always, first and last, always. As simple as a kind of an idea we came up with: student-focused, innovative, mandate-free, parent involvement, literacy-driven, and efficient. Certainly everybody has a different version of that. That is what we tried to focus and keep our attention on during the whole process. Last year, in the last 12 months, last year at this time, we were in a bit of a tough spot, tougher than we are now. But during the last year, the federal government, through 3 different relief packages, has pumped $2.6 billion into the Minnesota K-12 educational system, public education system. That is about, give or take, 25% of the current single year budget. The money, as you all know, was spent in various ways. Some of it was by federal law and allocated as such. Other dollars, they had freedom to do what they wanted with those dollars. The governor had some money to share as well. Nonetheless, our state general fund budget has remained tight and is not, the coffers have not been refilled like we might have hoped, excuse me, before the COVID shutdowns in the last year. So we have, nonetheless, this committee has stayed focused on those, on that idea of simple and on our priorities. The priorities being kids back in school, all kids, all schools, all time. Literacy, mental health, addressing teachers of color issue, fair funding for our schools in many different areas, and empowering parents and, yes, educators as well. And that is what we have done in this bill. That is where our focus is, and you will see it clearly that we are taking on those issues, long-standing issues, in a variety of ways, some with the policy and some with money. But I believe we were able to put together a package that, while some may disagree with, keeps kids and families front and center, helps to give educators what they need, and flexibility to those districts, making sure parents are involved.
First, I'd like to focus on some of the areas of the bill where I believe our efforts complement each other. We know that students need to see themselves reflected in the adults in their schools. As a result, the bill's investments in programs like Grow Your Own help to expand and diversify the education profession. I do, however, believe we must adopt the complementary policy enhancements to the program. I also appreciate the efforts and investments taken in the bill to create more access around rigorous coursework and post-secondary opportunities, and I'm committed to continue working with you on these. We also know that when our children have their basic needs met, they learn better, and that's why I'm glad to see the bill includes language around lunch shaming. Thank you for also including a hold harmless for ABE funding going into the future. This is going to create a long-awaited security for this program. And given the need to diversify our instructional model to include distance learning, we would like to continue to work with you and education advocates to make distance learning an option for at least the next school year. And with a limited target you received, investments around classroom aid, referendum equalization, transportation sparsity, safe schools, regional libraries, and community education are laudable. These are target areas that we know have been stretched thin by the COVID-19 pandemic. It is unfortunate that you did not have a larger target to meet the demands of our education system to help recover from the pandemic and meet the sorely lacking investments in equity needed to close opportunity and achievement gaps. I will focus on some of the areas where this bill misses the mark on funding and policy. A larger target would have allowed significant investment toward funding the general education formula, reducing the special education cross subsidy, investing in English learners, and larger geographic equity through equalization. The bill fails fund 4,000 voluntary pre-kindergarten slots, which provides access to our historically underserved learners. This also misses the mark and a huge opportunity to invest in student support personnel because we know that our student to counselor ratio is one of the worst in the nation. Additionally, we know that our students, families, and communities need well-rounded supports to thrive. That's why I'm disappointed to see no investments in full-service community schools and wraparound services. I also challenge the Senate to provide resources on multi-tiered systems of support and policies around social emotional learning, culturally inclusive teaching and learning environments, restorative practices, and reducing restrictive procedures. While I applaud the movement toward banning suspensions in kindergarten through grade 3, I believe that we can still work to strengthen that language. Conversely, it is unfortunate that the bill includes a zero tolerance discipline language that does not address the root causes of behavior and has the potential of having a significantly negative impact on our BIPOC students and students who receive special education services. A better approach would be to adopt our comprehensive proposal around non-exclusionary discipline policies and the ongoing funding for educator training to effectively implement those policies. I'm also concerned that this bill does not include ethnic studies or Indigenous education for all and lets down all of our students, especially our BIPOC students. We must include ethnic studies in our Minnesota standards and provide staff to support their implementation. Equally, it must include Indigenous education for all to fully capture the contributions of our American Indian citizens in Minnesota. It's vitally important that what our students learn and what our educators teach reflects the students in our classrooms, the people of Minnesota, and the historical and current contributions that they have made in every content area. As we've testified before, we believe that districts deserve some relief from standards implementation next year. However, a wholesale stop in the standards revision process will result in undoing the work of our Social Studies Standards Committee, which is the most diverse in Minnesota's history. The bill also misses a range of opportunities to make impactful investments and policy changes for our American Indian students, like tribal early learning grants, tribal Head Start set-aside, expanding access to the Minnesota Indian Teacher Training Program, and tribal relations training for school leaders. Finally, there are proposals in this bill that I must actively oppose. The bill unnecessarily removes the governor's authority to use the statutory peacetime emergency to alter school calendars and activities. This authority was vital to the efforts in keeping our students, families, and educators safe during this pandemic. I also cannot support the funding that this bill diverts from public education toward private school vouchers. Our constitutional responsibility is to our public education system, which serves all students, those of all races, ethnicities, religions, economic statuses, gender identities, sexual orientations, abilities, and zip codes. I find it harmful and completely unnecessary to include a provision that seeks to prohibit our transgender students' participation in sports based on their identity. Lastly, it's disappointing that the bill takes a cynical approach to what our state can do for our students, families, and communities by eliminating the Perpich Center for Arts, Education, and cutting MDE's budget.
The education savings accounts, or really the voucher program that's contained in this bill, harms students and siphon money away and resources away from public schools to the tune of $300 million based on this committee's spreadsheet. Let's say the average educator is paid $50,000. Then on one page, this bill attempts to recruit and retain diverse educators. But on the next, funding for the voucher program could cut 6,000 educators from our public schools. My children attend the same school district that I attended. They have amazing educators, and in spite of their best efforts, their resources have steadily declined over the last 20 years. The state funding has eroded.
Today, underfunding is at a crisis level. State education spending is now about 12% less in real dollars than in 2003. We can talk about any improvement we like within education, but in the end, we do not have the resources to do what is needed or sometimes even what's required. This bill does not provide those resources, and in fact, I'm agreeing with earlier testimony that it cuts public schools by about $300 million.
First, we commend Chair Chamberlain for standing up to the special interests that sought to roll back commitments on teacher licensure. These changes would have taken away 10 of 12 pathways to a Tier 2 license and restricted the autonomy of districts to decide which educators are best for their students. We know that the pandemic has had asymmetrical impacts on different student populations, which makes the COVID-19 recovery services for students with disabilities on lines 79.17 through 80.32 so critical. We're glad to see improvements to the authorizer corrective action process included on lines 33.2 through 34.3 that would add a layer of accountability and further the goal of quality charter options for students and families. It's crucial for our youngest students to be able to have the opportunity to learn from behavior mistakes in school. So we're pleased to see the provisions to improve school discipline practices on lines 21.9 through 21.11 and hope to see further progress come out of final negotiations on this complex topic.
This bill modifies language, yet provides significant increases in funding to the general community ed revenue. In Minnesota, 75% of school districts have a census population of 10,000 or less. Our small school district has a census population of 9,846. and I want to share the fiscal impact of this change to small school districts across the state. Although our district is located in the 7-county metro area, our school district faces similar challenges to small school districts across the state. Each year, our general community levy generates just over $53,000 in revenue, which has remained flat since 2005. In the proposed bill, in 2023, the levy would increase our funding by just over $5,000. This would restore our funding to the level it was in 2002.
There are some great provisions in this bill that E4E supports. In particular, investments to increase BIPOC teachers and to protect the tiered licensure system, resources to address learning disparities in the wake of COVID-19, and the expansion of school performance measures to ensure broad participation in honors programming and to report how many students are on track for graduation. Additionally, we agree with you that suspensions for our earliest learners in Article 2, Section 12 should be far rarer, and we ask you to reconsider the language with regard to punitive discipline measures that have not been shown to improve student behavior. So we do ask for the removal of Article 3, Section 2, which would unfairly and disproportionately impact students of color and students with disabilities. Furthermore, we recommend that the committee strike language discriminating against students who identify as transgender and include Senator Eichhorn's Senate File 1356, an important bill which would reform compensatory revenue for schools with high poverty concentrations.
I'm here to say a heartfelt thank you on behalf of thousands of families across Minnesota who are families of children with disabilities. And our thanks is for including the special education recovery provisions and the education omnibus bill. We've heard a lot about how families have been incredibly challenged by the pandemic and children with disabilities have been hit particularly hard. The recovery education provisions will be a tremendous help for children with disabilities to make up for what they've missed. And including it in the bill sends the message that you've heard us. So I'm here to say thank you for that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for considering the proposals in the Increased Teacher of Color Act, Senate File 446, led by Senator Abler, with 4 co-authors from this committee. We appreciate you including investments with our recommended policy languages for the Come Teach in Minnesota hiring bonus program and the teacher recruitment marketing campaign. Thank you also for proposing increased investments to important grant programs that have been underfunded, namely Prepare Paraprofessional Pathway to Teacher Licensure, or more commonly known Grow Your Own Program grants, and the Teacher Mentorship and Retention grants. We appreciate that your investments in these 4 programs, as well as the Black Men Teach grant, is more than the Senate has done previously to invest in diversifying the teacher workforce. However, please understand that these important investments, unfortunately, will not be enough to increase the percentage of teachers of color and American Indian teachers in our schools.
In 1985, the legislature created a state agency called Perpich Center for Arts Education to operate a residential arts high school and support art education opportunities for K-12 students and teachers throughout the state. Now, this bill would dismantle Perpich and transfer its assets, including sale of property. It would replace Perpich Center services with 1 FTE at MDE and an unspecified grant to the private nonprofit McPhail Center for Music from Senate File 1829. A similar bill was introduced in 2017 on the heels of an audit of Perpich by the Office of the Legislative Auditor, which included the now closed Crosswinds East Metro Arts and Science School. The 2017 audit findings were quickly corrected, and we've been very effective and efficient in the past 4 years, exceeding expectations in our professional development outreach and increasing student interest in enrolling in the Arts High School. In fiscal year 20, we provided professional development services in music, theater, dance, and visual and media arts for approximately 2,050 arts educators and 304 school districts. The Arts High School experienced a double-digit increase in enrollment this year, and we expect another double-digit increase in enrollment for 21-22. This interest is from across the state and every congressional district. There are flaws in this bill. 1 FTE at MDE and a partnership with a private nonprofit organization will not offer the same level of service that Perpich currently provides.
We Are Still Here in Minnesota is an effort to change the narrative about Native Americans to accurately reflect their history, existence, and ongoing contributions to the state, and to create greater mutual understanding between Native and non-Native Minnesotans. My colleagues and I submitted a letter last week asking that you include Governor Walz's proposal for Indigenous education for all and tribal relations training for school leaders. To save your time now, I will simply refer that letter for your consideration and respectfully ask that as this bill moves through the legislative process, you give future serious consideration to those proposals and other Native-related initiatives.
I'm testifying today and urging you to remove lines 21.1 to 21.5 from Senate File 960 that's in the A1 amendment. If passed, these 4 lines would force coaches, teachers, staff, and schools to act in a manner that is unconstitutional per the United States and Minnesota constitutions, illegal and in violation of the Minnesota Human Rights Act, in violation of Title IX, which would cost schools any Title IX funding they receive, cost districts across the state untold millions of dollars in litigation costs, and harm students. I'll start by saying that transgender girls are girls, and I reject any language that attempts to paint transgender girls as boys, but it's clear that the chief author of this bill language sees it as an attempt to ban transgender girls from playing sports. So transgender students participate in sport for the same reason as their cisgender teammates, for the physical and mental health well-beings that they get, the invaluable lessons of teamwork and discipline. But the Minnesota State High School League has had a policy allowing transgender students to compete in sports that align with their gender identity for years, and this has been happening without issue. In fact, since the Minnesota State High School League adopted a formal policy permitting students to play on teams based with their gender identity, girls' participation rates in sports has increased, not decreased. And this is not unique to Minnesota.
Curricula shapes how we think, understand, and act in this world, and making ethnic studies a graduation requirement is critical to ensuring our children are prepared for success. It enables students to better understand the rich heritage, culture, and history of the land upon which we live, told from multiple and diverse perspectives. And additionally, ethnic studies intentionally centers those who have been historically and systematically erased from mainstream curricula due to colonialism, racism, patriarchy, xenophobia, and linguistic imperialism. And when schools recognize and include the assets that students bring, students become more engaged in coursework, which will lead to increased reading and math scores for our state.
We are supportive of the provisions that allow a distance learning option for school districts, the flexible learning year program, increasing levy equalization aid, and the short call substitute teacher pilot. It is essential for school districts to have the option to offer a distance learning program moving forward. Without this change to statute, families opting for distance learning would need to find an online learning provider, and the majority of school districts are not online learning providers. Converting every school district to also being an online learning provider is costly and unnecessary. This bill will enable students and families choosing distance learning to stay with their school district, with the teachers, school leaders, and communities they know and support. Allowing the school board to approve a distance learning program demonstrates professional courtesy and affords local control, which is a near constant request from those we both serve.
For my son and other students like him, many of you are parents, uncles, aunts, etc. We all send our children to school to learn not just math and science, but also social and life skills. Research has repeatedly told us that students of color and students with disabilities are disproportionately suspended. Many, including my son, who has nonverbal autism, do not understand suspension, yet schools kick these kids out of their educational environment. We all want safe schools, but we also want our children to learn and stay in school. Administrators and teachers need support, training, and resources to teach, but they should also be held accountable for their actions. I ask you to add the suspension bill from Senator Patricia Torres-Ray and the governor's language of trying non-exclusionary methods first before suspending a kid to the Senate portion of the Education Omnibus bill.
To continue following these issues and more, watch legislative coverage Monday through Friday on the PBS Minnesota channel or visit our website, www.senate.mn/media.